You see a play like that, you just marvel at it.
It's like Powell's has got eyes in the back of his head.
This week on the Weekly Watch, I'm in Venice Beach with Brad. Over the weekend down in Florida at the IMG Academy was the spring premiere. The best highlight of the weekend came from the US U19 team taking on the Canada U19 team. Brad, what happened?
USA tied it up with like 5 seconds left. Canada wins the face-off. Face-off dude chucks it down to the crease, and then homie just taps it in with 0 time left.
So that was definitely the best goal of 2016 so far. So we're gonna post the goal in the TLN app. Make sure to comment your best reaction in the form of a GIF.
GIF with a J.
Oh yeah, is it GIF or GIF? Let's settle this debate. Is it GIF or GIF?
It's GIF.
I know a lot of kids have been saying that I say it wrong, but I'm pretty positive it's GIF.
It's GIF.
It's GIF. Settled. Speaking of the TLN app, over the weekend we released a video exclusively to the app about Rob Pennell and why he loves suits. It's called Suited Up. Check it out in the app. If you don't have the app, download it and watch.
Speaking of the TLN app, University of Michigan lacrosse team is on the app, so go follow them and let us know if there's any other college teams on the app. This week in the NLL, both Johnny Powless and Sean Evans had some sweet behind-the-back goals. Let's watch them back to back.
This week's high school recruit spotlight comes to us from Tyler Lawton, class of 2018.
We don't know much about Tyler, but he has a sweet toe drag.
Check it out. So we get a lot of comments and emails wondering if we're ever gonna do women's lacrosse content. So this week on Drive, we're doing our first ever feature on a women's lacrosse team. This episode features the Maryland women's team as they look to win their 3rd championship in a row. Check it out this Wednesday, right here. Q&A
over some tacos. Garrett Haas wants to know, what is your pregame meal and pump-up music?
In college, I always used to eat pasta the night before a meal, and I would listen to Jay-Z the day of the game while I was warming up.
I have a pregame meal you should never eat. I ate a tuna fish sandwich before like a day game at like 100 degrees outside, and it was the worst. The song of choice is Make a Man Out of You from the Mulan soundtrack. Can you give Minnesota Chill Lax a shout out?
Shout out to Minnesota Chill Lax.
Justin wants to know, who got a girlfriend first? I think it's between you and Colin.
Between me and Colin? Let's just say this, Colin's still single.
Oh. Troy Weiss wants to know, what happened to Kyle versus you guys in basketball?
Oh, Kyle, if you're watching this right now, it's been a year since we said we were gonna do that. We're headed to the convention, you're headed to the convention, it's on. If you don't know what we're talking about, watch this episode of Colin and Kyle from last year's LaxCon. Anyone else going to LaxCon? So we just posted this on the TLN app, and we got a ton of questions. I don't think we'll be able to answer all these. Grow the game, Lax. Have you guys ever played goalie, and if you had, how many goals did you save? I played goalie once in 9th grade. I did save a goal, but it was the only shot I ever took because it hit me in the arm, and I never played goalie again.
It was presented to me like, hey Brad, do you want to play goalie? I said, if I have to play goalie, I'm quitting. Goalies must be crazy people.
Those are crazy people.
Who in their right mind is like, yeah, this sounds like fun.
No.
You wanna go play paintball? Except you don't get a gun. You just get to stand there and people shoot paintballs at you. You would say, no, that does not sound like fun. That's what a goalie in lacrosse is like. To send us more questions for Weekly Watch, use hashtag Kwanda on TLN app.
If you and Colin were in the MLL, would you still be doing TLN? Probably not, because we'd be busy scoring goals. How about this account, TLN polls? Should you make Weekly Watch longer? We're currently doing it right now.
This is so long.
No. Stay tuned for this week's episode of Drive, and maybe somewhere on the screen you could click and download the TLN app. Yeah. Otherwise, search for it and download it.
Also, the Pat and Brad GIF war is still on.
Oh.